afternoon, and thanks for joining us right here on Midday Kentucky on what is a beautiful Tuesday outside and a beautiful Tuesday evening. Why? David Goldman's in the house.
Hey guys.
How are you, bud?
Great.
It's
good
good
to be
I
here.
like Tuesdays.
I always have fun.
Yeah.
We have a great time.
Do we?
Come on, we tear the house
I
up.
know you do in your head.
He's like, I'm having a great time. Troy's like, David, stay on it.
Pull it
stay
together,
on it.
David. Pull it together. How's everything going, buddy?
It's been
Have a
great.
nice weekend.
Yes, you know, New Year's that.
Don't talk about New Year.
I know. I feel like it's great though, and I was just really excited. I thought we were going to get a lot more snow.
Yeah, well, I was a bit disappointed about that.
It was a little icy, but
Yeah.
I was like wanting like 5 or 6 inches.
Yeah.
So it's all right.
Well,
what about
you know, my friends are all been posting all over Alaska and Colorado and Aspen and Wyoming, and I'm like, stop sending me the pictures.
Yeah.
Stop making me feel
They're probably
like I'm
skiing,
missing out
hitting
big
it
time.
hard. Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's just not good. But you know, a lot of people feel like the snow here is a little bit dangerous, but I understand.
Yeah.
You know, if you're not used to driving in it. Listen, I walked out onto the balcony the other morning in my slippers.
Did you about slip?
And I almost slipped over because there was a little bit of cold ice on the balcony where the snow had come in.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, it's not a good look in my bathrobe and falling on my back with my slippers on.
Were you out there?
Doing the morning view.
But what's it called?
A sticky beak.
Yeah, sticky beak.
Yeah, you
For
know,
you all,
I
it's-
watch every morning. I stand out. We've talked about it before. Every morning I go and have a look on the balcony to see what's going on. Look
Yeah.
at the sun, look at the trees. I love it.
Yeah, it's great.
Alrighty, everyone. The big announcements happened. The Oscar nominations were made today on Good Morning America, and just a few movies swept the honors. The Favourite had 10 nominations, including Best Picture, Actress, and Best Supporting Actress. It's about two women fighting for the Queen's charm.
Now, we've also got Roma, had 10 nominations, including Best Picture, Best Actress, and Best Supporting Actress. This movie is about the life of a middle-class family made in Mexico City.
Okay, now Star is Born had 8 nominations, including Best Picture, Best Actress, Best Actor, and Best Original Song. Of course, I don't need to tell you what it's about. Everyone knows it.
Now, it's one of my favorites. But you've also got Vice, and it's received 8 nominations, including Best Picture, Best Supporting Actress, Best Actor, and Best Supporting Actor.
Wow.
The movie follows the story of Dick Cheney.
Oh, we can't wait to watch that.
You know
man.
it's going to be wild.
Yeah, that's going to be good. And finally, Green Book got five nominations, including Best Picture, Best Actor, and Best Supporting Actor. The movie is about a bouncer becoming the driver of an African-American classical pianist. This looks really interesting.
It does. But arguably, the biggest surprise was definitely Black Panther receiving a nomination for Best Picture, because it's a very uncommon for a superhero movie to receive what's considered to be the main category nomination, which we've talked about many times. I mean, it's
I think
pretty
that's a little bit
incredible.
slack.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean,
I
that
have
movie
to be
was
honest
huge.
with you. It was a brilliant movie, as we all know.
Oh, it was great.
And I only got 1 nomination?
Well,
that surprises me.
I don't know if it only got 1 nomination or if it just was such a big deal that it got a nomination for.
I thought we just said it only had 1 nomination.
Well, it might have.
A nomination.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely might have, but at least for
Did you not
Best
just read
Picture.
that?
You know I get excited
giving
when I
us
read.
false facts,
You
David
know I get
Goldman?
excited. Don't call me fake news.
That's pretty funny, actually. Good one. Hey, it's a vacation that will soon be out of this world. We're getting a look at the interior of the first space hotel. The Aurora Station is scheduled to launch in 2021. And guess what? It's a luxurious $9.5 million trip. There are televisions and sleeping pods, as well as stunning views of Earth, including the 12-day, included for the 12-day visit. Here's the thing. I get it that it's expensive, and you know, I get that.
Right.
Okay, and I understand. And look, would I love to be able to afford to do it? Of course. But
Would you?
oh my gosh, if I could do it like an airline ticket,
Right.
I would. If I could use my frequent flyer points,
Yeah.
I'd be up there like a kangaroo in a billabong.
Oh, not me.
Really?
No, not
You
at
wouldn't go
all.
up there to have a look at the space?
No. No, it's
Oh, it'd be
Troy.
fabulous.
I'd freak out. I'd be hyperventilating, and you know, I get kind of when I fly sometimes, I get a little bit. My hands get a little clammy. I get a little nervous sometimes, and I feel like
Really?
yeah, if I was up in the
interesting,
air
David.
for 12 days, I'd be scared.
Dee, I think we need to dig deeper with that issue that you have, David.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe a
let's
little
get a therapist on to discuss
maybe a little
that.
real talk.
Maybe a little real talk. That's right. Tell us about. Look, not that I'm saying, would you pay 9.5?
Right. Yeah.
I think it's worth it. if you had the money.
Right.
But
Just
I would like to see it. I want to know if other people would spend, a couple of grand. I know I would.
Yeah, if you could do it for like maybe 10,000, you think you would
Well,
do
no,
that?
I don't have a spare 10,000 to do
Well,
it on.
I know, but I'm just saying, if it
As
was
I
a little
said,
bit more
frequent flyer
reasonable,
points.
if it was a little bit more reasonable, I still wouldn't do
All
it.
right. Well, I want to talk about what everyone is talking about.
Oh,
everyone.
yeah.
Okay, you may all be familiar with the viral video showing a high school student wearing a MAGA hat, seemingly mocking a Native American veteran during an Indigenous Peoples March. The Kentucky Covington High School student in the video claims the Native American protester actually confronted him, and before the incident, the group of students were being mocked by the protesters. Now, new video seems to support that claim. Officials at the high school say they are investigating the incident, but some new pictures are surfacing from the actual school. They are being called out for allowing students to wear blackface at PEP rallies in the last 10 years. Some of the pictures are from Blackout event in 2011 and Hillshire Farm event in 2012. Now, before I go any further, I just want to make it really clear. I don't know enough, but I'm watching it unfold like all of you at home. Do I think there is issues with the original video? Yes, I do. But I also believe the young man was not antagonizing, I'm seeing what you see, was not antagonizing the Native American. And now I've also seen videos that have come out this morning in the press that at the beginning they were standing around applauding the Native American man. So there's two parts to that. So I don't really want to comment on that. One thing I will say about it, where were the teachers?
Right.
That's the part that I have a problem with.
Where were the
the
adults?
chaperones?
Yeah.
Okay. But I do want to bring up that picture of, if we can bring up the picture that was done 10 years ago. And this is where the press can make things quite bad. We would never have seen this. And I had to ask you, what does blackout mean at a basketball game as adverse to whiteout? Okay.
Right.
Now, I also asked a few people in the building, is this offensive? Okay. Is blackout being offensive? They said no, but what was offensive in one of these images, which you can't see, is they've left the white around the face and around the lips and parts of the ears, and that's the part that is classed as blackout.
Yeah.
Or blackface, I should say.
You can see that in this
Yes,
picture.
you can see this young kid here. Again, 10 years ago, where were the teachers?
Right.
Why was this allowed to happen? I don't have an issue with blackout or whiteout, whatever they call that part of the game.
Wearing
I
a
get
t-shirt.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
What I don't get is why were these kids allowed to take off their shirts, black out their body, and be silly by doing the blackface?
Yeah,
That's the part I don't get.
It's a bit extreme.
And it's fueling it all now.
Oh, definitely.
We would never have seen these pictures. So much so the school is closed down today because they want to investigate more. What are your thoughts?
You know, with the blackout, again, like our school would do like whiteout for the basketball games, and I think that that's just one of those things where it kind of brings the camaraderie. You know, it's like, hey, we're a team, but these kids are clearly making a blackout face, and
Yes,
or not a black
10 years ago.
a black face,
A black face.
and it looks apparently racist, like it
Yeah.
really does, and the fact that it is blowing up. I feel that school's got a lot coming at them for a real culture change.
I think that's correct as well, but I also, we are watching it unfold as you are. Luckily, in the press, that we get videos quickly, and we see other videos. There was one that was just released this morning, which showed a perfectly peaceful pre-demonstration march or demonstration, and the kids were very respectful.
Yeah.
They were.
You know, and even with that kid in front of the Native American gentleman, it was really his smirk that throws it off so much.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's wearing an MAGA hat. So it's just, oh man, it's a very PC time.
Yeah.
And you've got to be careful what you do and where you put yourself. But I think one of the best things you brought up, Troy, was where were the teachers? Where were the chaperones?
Yeah.
Why did they have
Allowing
these
it to
kids to be involved in this march.
Yeah. And here's something else that we all need to be aware of, and us being on air every day, there's always a video camera around. There's always going to be someone recording you. There's always going to be someone that if you're in an incident, I remember I was driving along a road in Utah, and I don't know why I had the bonnet of the front of the car up, but I must have had it up for something and I didn't close it properly. So I'm driving along, and the front of the bonnet, or what do you call that?
The hood?
Oh, the hood.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call it.
I was like, what's this bonnet?
Yeah, well, the hood comes up and smashes into.
Oh,
I'm driving
gosh.
along. So I get out, but people stopped.
Right.
Didn't help me.
They took
Had
a
the
picture.
cameras out, filming me.
Wow.
And I thought,
Yeah.
well, here I am a wreck anyway, because I don't know what I'm doing. Right. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to get it down.
Yeah.
And I think to myself, doesn't matter. I could have been so angry at the situation, but you just never know who's filming you.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the
true.
scary part.
Everybody's got a camera now.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to be mindful of that.
And I think can be a good and bad thing.
Right.
I think there's two parts to the story. Tell us what you think. We put the story up on Facebook. We were not here to antagonize that conversation, but we're here to open our minds and have an adult dialogue. I think that's the most important part. All right, let's move along, everyone. A man made headlines 3 years ago after he received the nickname Tree Man. He had more than, this is so sad, he had more than 25 surgeries since 2016 to fix his condition, which is a defect in the immune system that allows skin lesions. The man in Bangladesh now has to go under the knife again since his condition has worsened. I heard about this story many years ago as well, and he's not the only one that has gone through this. It's so sad.
Yeah.
You know, the poor bugger.
He said, the only thing he wished was that he could hold his daughter.
Oh.
It's just kind of a crazy situation with the autoimmune.
But look at the surgeons are amazing.
They really
aren't they?
are.
Look.
Well, and they said he should have been, they wanted him to come back to get treated 6 months ago.
Right.
And he wasn't able to make it because I think he's from a very rural area.
Right.
But I mean, that's incredible that they were able to do that much.
Don't you just love medicine sometimes?
Oh, yeah, they're really, and the fact is his country is fronting all the medical bill.
Really?
Yeah, they're paying for everything. So there are, with all the craziness we see out there are good things happening.
Well, I think that's wonderful. All right, let's move on to the next one. Everyone knows what it is like to have a bad day at work. However, there are signs you need to look out for if you actually hate your job or if you're in a toxic environment. In fact, your body will start responding to those feelings. Now, a recent research project found that poor management in US companies accounted for up to 8% of annual health costs and was associated with 120,000 excess deaths every year.
Wow.
Now, we put some lists together from the article. Here are some of them for you. David, these are some signs that you're in a toxic environment.
I mean, we have all felt these. Number one, you can't sleep. I've had that where you're just so stressed with work where you're waking up and you can't sleep. Have you had that?
Last Friday night.
See, you've been there.
Go on.
Next, we've got your muscles in general ache. Now, this could come from so many things, but if you're in constant pain, that could really be a side effect of stress.
Yeah, I got you on that one.
Next, we've got your mental health is just getting worse. So, you feel like you're constantly about to break down. Troy, I know it's like,
well, we need
it's
to
like, where am I?
That's
right
why
now?
they call them mental health days.
It's true.
In fact, I used to say to someone, because I didn't know what that meant when I moved to America, I said, why are you having a mental health day? Is something wrong with you?
Right.
Because she said to me, I'm off to a mental health day. I thought, oh, so dramatic.
Yeah,
Do you need therapy?
You've gone
I had
mental.
no concept of what it meant.
It's real, yeah, because we feel like we're about to break
Yeah.
down. Next, we've got you're just tired all the time. Feel like you're just exhausted running so many directions.
Yeah.
And last, we've got your stomach's acting up. You have appetite changes that are drastic.
I think we need to get rid of the vending machine from the building.
Oh, well.
Because I know when I get a little frazzled,
Right.
I hit that machine.
We chase insulin,
Yeah.
chasing that little sugar high.
Yeah, and I know my little assistant producer over here is shaking her head. We're getting rid of it. It's bad for me. Not anyone else. I don't care about anyone else.